Now we're live. We did it. And everything should be working.
Yatta.
There you go. Yeah, I was waiting for one of you to talk.
I thought we were doing a bit where we just didn't talk and just left you alone the whole
Yeah,
time.
so you're kind of ruining it already. I couldn't help but notice.
Sorry.
You and your tux, you got all dressed up for this. I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah.
And you even got a little thing on your ear, which I like, because it's
Thank
like
you.
mine. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, the model, new model, not new, but new Miniano. What do you mean Miniano better? What do you mean? You think the PNG's better? How dare you? Mods, can we get rid of that guy?
Guards, take him away.
You guys want a DLDR?
Are we doing
Oh, yeah.
introductions?
Fine, I'll do it then.
Okay.
How are you?
Had you for tax benefits.
Speaking of tax benefits, Root is the model artist. Root's the reason I look the way I do. Where did I even find you?
The like
We
a
met-
live 2D server, I think. Yeah.
Because I just don't use it, but I was like, ew, and I grabbed you. Because my original idea was I was like,
Oh, I should find someone I should find some really cool, popular person and then see who made them.
and then like a weekend I was like, I hate that. I don't think it's wrong to like go to someone that's already made some like popular VTuber model thing, but if you go in there with the intention of that, I think it's a little weird.
Like the intention that commissioning this artist for my model will make me
It'll
popular.
make me epic. Yeah.
Oh. Yes, but I feel like that's pretty commonplace now. Like
It
they
is kind of
usually-
commonplace.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like working with a smaller person.
Yeah, they're more
Just
desperate.
Yeah,
We
I like
are
working
quite
with
desperate.
more desperate people.
Yeah.
Because I'll sing your guys' praises for literally forever, you know?
It's like, yes, thank you for paying for my medical bills.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. So
I think it's really cool that Anna's money went towards your medical bills. I think I spend the money on like an anime figure.
Okay, but what's the anime figure?
I was like $50-$60 on like a Hatsune Miku figurine.
yes, sir.
Oh shit! Wait! Which one? Which one?
I can take a photo later.
I can't believe I've never
Yeah.
asked you what you spent the money on.
Well, medical bills and Hatsune Miku. Now we've got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I spent the money on some medical bills and improving the tech that I use on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
Like PC.
No, I bought a nicer keyboard and like a macro pad that I programmed and fiddled around with.
Oh my god, I programmed it. Ugh. Programming
Just a little
scares me.
It's not that scary.
I took like a programming class once ever, and I was so bad at it that like the teacher was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a life hack, and he shows me. He just gave me like the finished like project of what we were supposed to do, and he was like, just tweak it a little bit, and I was like, you got it. And I made the only thing I was able to do was I made the main character sprite. It went from little MS DOS
Oh my
Pixel
God.
Man to like a
Bro saw
really
you
bad.
doing so bad.
No, I changed it to like a really good JPEG of the Nostalgia Critic.
I had to take like a very little. I wouldn't even call it coding. It was like copy and pasting 2 lines of code for like
That's
one of my
basically coding.
courses. And I fucked it up really bad, and I was like elbowing my classmates like, dude, what's wrong? It's giving me the error message. Like I intentionally chose a career path that was as far away from computers as possible, and like I'm being hit with like something you see CS students make like fucking like joke videos about, and it just felt very disgusting, honestly.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I hate programming. I don't like. I hate the idea that like, yeah, you forget to do like a little like,
Oh, you missed a little comma there, buddy.
and the whole thing falls apart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Jenga if it sucked.
I thought you said like gender, and it's like, oh, interesting
Yeah.
take.
Whenever
Vocabulary.
I get paid for a commission, the first thing it tends to go to is paying for groceries and paying for medical bills.
You guys are so cool.
Solid adult moment.
Hmm.
I'm not that cool, please.
Yeah, that being said, because like voicey commissions that I do, I'm not good at asking for money from people, so maybe I lowball myself.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
I remember,
Yeah.
I remember I like went to like a mutual like voice acty lady person, and I'm like, "Are these rates good?" And she was like, "Bro, it's $5."
You're selling your voice for $5?
And I went, "Okay, 10." And it's at 10 right now.
You should raise that higher.
But I don't. But I'm like, what cool thing have I been in yet? Like I don't.
This is how I think about it. What is the most common thing that you buy for yourself, like as a little treat?
I usually like like Twitch paycheck or IRL paycheck goes to the more important stuff because those ones are a lot more fatter. Like I'll usually slink my way over to like the Steam store or something or buy a League skin because I'm like, I got $10 today.
Skins?
20 something, I'm guessing.
The cheapest is like $5. I think the most expensive is like 50.
You can tell that I don't play League of Legends.
Yeah, I don't play League of Legends either.
I've been getting back into it. I've been playing it on stream. It's actually been fun. There's a relapse. Am I relapsing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll relapse
I
again.
think if it involves League of Legends, I consider it a relapse. Right now, if you're using your voice commission money for little treats, you should think about how much a little treat is and multiply that by 4. So that you can get 4 little treats spaced out within a few weeks.
That's so wild, though.
That's a month. That's like a
gosh.
month's worth of treats.
And to me also because USD is stinky garbage, if you would. That'll like if he goes like that'll be 200. My eyes pop out of my head like a cartoon because it's actually more like almost 300.
Yeah. Whenever I
Because-
have to like
Yeah.
convert it so that I can tell you what it is in CAD. I'm like, oh,
It's
I jump scared myself.
Some artists or like other people that I'm cool with, like I'll tell them I'll be like, just so you know, I don't use USD, so this is gonna suck for me. I'm not saying lower it, but I'm telling you this is gonna suck.
You know, like, I charged you in USD too, no? And like, I live in Canada.
You're charging in USD.
No, I do that too. I don't live in US. I do that as well because it works
No,
the other way around. All of a sudden, if I do a $10 commission, they're like, okay, $10, and then I go,
$15 for me.
you know, I'm gonna
Wow.
press one of my cool little toggles because I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna watch this.
Which toggle are you?
I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
do the
I
hat.
don't have the stream pulled up.
I'm gonna do the hat. Hey, chat.
I like the hat.
You remember
the
this?
Hat was very difficult.
Oh.
to do.
Yeah, it's oh my gosh, it's so much. The fact I can look down and you can actually like cover my eyes, that's brilliant. 200, my bad. The 3 million dollars is worth it.
Ah, yes, I'm charging $3 million out your ass. Anything that's kind of geometric is a special kind of hell for rigging in general.
But yeah, it's like 3D things. Like when you see people post rigging showcases on Twitter, and it's like shoes that like have like dimension to it. It's crazy.
I like to think that knowing a little bit of 3D modeling goes a long way. Because now it's like, oh, if I just do this, I can just do the thing like this, and it'll work. I think? Question mark. We'll find out.
We experiment.
We are learning things, experimenting.
We are concocting.
I mean, look at your hands, Rude. You look like you're up to no good.
Yeah.
That's me
I'm
after
making
I
you-
get $15 out of the silly American.
For $5 extra, methinks I'll go to the supermarket and get 2 Reese's Pieces.
I love those. I've been going crazy on those recently. I'm so afraid of choking because I'm like a baby, but I will like tear that thing open and drink it like, oh. Because right before like stream, me and Nick were debating the whole pop and soda thing. Like sometimes when I go buy something, like I'll like a drink, I'll grab it and I'll be like, I'd like to buy the sody pop.
Like around where I live, they usually have like self checkouts, so I won't talk to people if I don't have
I'm
to.
Yeah.
scared of those. I'll do them and then I'll walk over to a person and be like, how do you do it?
You're scared of self checkout machines?
Like I'll be like, listen, I know I'm defeating the entire purpose of these devices right now, but can you show me how to do it? Speaking of candy, I keep bringing this back to people because this like astounds me. It was like some video of some guys trying. I think it was like some like Game Grumps thing or something. They had a video called like trying British candy or something like that, or British foods, and I'm like, okay, why not? 5 a.m. in the morning. Let's watch this. And they get to Aero bars, and like they're like, what is this? What's an Aero bar? And my jaw's hitting the floor. Do you guys not have Aero bars? Like,
we don't have those in the US.
That's insane.
Oh, really?
No.
Right?
Why not?
Because to me, I'm like, that's like one of
It's
the.
like-
I was talking to like another VTuber friend like the other day, and when we were collabing, and I was like, that's insane. You guys don't have arrows? Like that's like when you go to the store and you get like the Halloween pack, you get the Kit
Yeah,
Kats.
it's
You
they
get the
hand it
Kit
out on
Kats?
Halloween because it's like $13 for a fucking box.
You get the Kit Kats, you get the Smarties, you get the Coffee Crisp, and you get the Arrow. And she says,
Yeah,
"What's a
yeah.
Coffee Crisp?" And I fall out of my chair.
Yeah, I think that's a Hershey's.
We do just have Hershey's, but I think we do have. I'm looking at photos right now. I think we do have something similar. I don't know, like a Milky Way. That looks like a Milky Way to me.
That's closer to like a Mars bar. No.
Oh my
Mars
gosh, a
bar.
Mars bar. I've never had those because they
The
look
US
weird.
the US has that, I'm sure.
They have like the Coke
Yeah,
Zero
yeah.
color palette, so they freak me out.
Coke Zero color palette? Are you
They're
scared?
black
Are
and
you
red.
also scared by like Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yes. Next question.
I think I remember better my the first character that I drew, and it was a Sonic OC. I made a Sonic OC at the ripe
Oh.
age of like 7 years old.
Yes,
That's beautiful.
sir.
That's the best.
I don't know. It was a wolf. That was all I remember.
That's pretty awesome. I think there is a Sonic character that's a wolf now.
Is there?
Is there?
Yeah, in like the comics, I think.
Official.
There's like
Sonic
Whisper the Wolf or
character.
something. She looks like a Metal Gear
Whisper the Wolf.
character.
Whisper
Dude.
the Wolf.
Oh, I've seen her. I've seen fan art of her.
Yeah. I need to read those comics. Those comics seem
She's
awesome.
cute.
First thing I ever saw was some guy, like it was like some Sonic review, and he starts talking about Surge, and he goes, "Dude, look at this comic panel right here," and I was like,
Girl was
"That
sick
is
with it.
awesome."
That's
Girl was just sick with it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember
Sweet.
seeing her and I was like, this is just Scourge, but she seems cooler.
Yeah, I never really liked Scourge that much anyway. He literally seemed
was just
like
kind
he
of
was
an evil
just
Sonic.
nothing personnel kid,
Yeah.
but real.
Yeah, no, he was just evil green Sonic,
Yeah, I dig
which
the
we
Yeah,
already
he
have
looks the- he
Shadow,
looks
and
the
he's like
same.
already sick with it.
Yeah, exactly.
The sunglasses are cool though.
Yeah.
Shadow was great. Silver's pretty great too. You're pushing it after that.
It's a little funny.
Yeah. It makes me think of that, there was like a death battle where it was like Shadow versus Vegeta, and Vegeta goes Super Saiyan, and then Shadow goes Super Shadow, and Vegeta just goes like, "Wow, what a ripoff."
Wow, what a ripoff.
And I remember that forever. Please laugh. Thank you.
Oh, wait, hold on.
No, don't. I know what you're gonna do. Rude.
Got him.
You guys excited that it's
But-
also the 10-year anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's today?
Is
No, it
it?
makes me feel old.
I remember it because it's the anniversary day as well.
That's so
I
funny.
found that out the day after my first ever stream, and I went, awesome. It was already so good. I cannot get over this hat. I love that
The
I can
hat-
actually take it down, and you guys can't see my eyes. Look at me, I'm like, oh,
Cool.
ho ho.
Yeah,
Mukato.
I think I spent maybe like 4 to 5 hours on the hat alone.
I
just
can
'cause
tell.
I was like,
It looks amazing. This is why you're the best. It's the
It
one I
looks-
want to
yeah,
stay with,
it-
and I bounced off like 2 people before you. And then on top of that, you're also really cool, and that was like a big thing for me, because I'm like, I
Why?
want drawing the model as well. Like, I don't want someone to just like draw it or rig it and be like, here you go, I don't care about you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The
You
fact
want someone you
you're
can
even,
still talk to
yeah,
afterwards.
the fact you're even here is awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like it's
a one and done.
yeah.
Yeah.
One, that was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Because like,
I wasn't sure if that was actually.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good.
I imagine for you guys, it could be a very like, oh, just doing my job kind of thing. But like, to me, for example, I wouldn't be able to do this, at least the way I want to do it, without you two. So I see you two as highly important, if not indispensable. In an
Thank you.
alternate
Thank you
world,
so
I'm
much.
just
I'm
saying,
very flattered.
Root would have been Root would have been right on the Sistine Chapel. I'm just saying. And
No,
then,
no,
and
I-
then
that's
the
a lot
Ninja
of praise.
Turtle,
That's a
the
lot of
Ninja
praise.
Turtle would have been called Root instead, and it would have been weird. Of course.
My ego's already huge.
I'll make it bigger.
It does look really good. The rig, I mean, not you.
Damn.
You know, art isn't like my
Super
main source
passion?
of income, and I don't really want it to be. But like, you know, working on like Anno and whatnot is like really is genuinely a lot of fun.
I'm your
so-
passion project.
Sure.
There's some people. There's one person specifically. I don't know if they're crawling around here or not, but they know who they are. And he'll go, "Hey, sorry I missed so many streams. Let me make it up to you." And I'm like, "What do you mean? You don't need to, like, it's just a stream, dude." And then before I know it, like $100. Once you donate once, it kind of turns into the mafia, you know? It's like, "Hey bud, didn't notice you didn't sub today."
Is that how it works?
Interesting. And you live on what floor?
Street name, address,
And the closest
Street name,
window
address,
would be...
social security.
I haven't called your
Yeah.
mother in a while, has she?
Uh-huh. How is she? Yeah.
Has she?
She's by herself now, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's
It'd be a
really
shame,
concerning.
you know, I hear they've been your parents have been separated for a while. You know, she's really lonely, and you know, I just
Legal. For legal reasons.
it's really
This is the sillies.
That's true. I don't like where Root was taking that. I was just thinking kidnapping.
I was thinking like you wouldn't have to need a new
Yeah,
father.
I thought you were like pumping. I thought you were
That's
shifting in
what I was
reverse
thinking.
to be like, it'd be a shame if I rizzed her.
Yeah, Rister?
Yeah, like the Rizzler.
Like the Rizzler.
Do you think people are gonna be buried with their VTubers eventually? Like they're gonna put them on the
Buried-
tombstones.
Buried
It's like-
with their VTubers.
Like there's like portfolio banners where there's like it's like a long like it's edited so that there's like long shots of like half the face of all their children, and it's like this is a museum of my creation.
You guys like the background music? Yeah, it's the Wii Shop theme. Ugh, I used to play that song on piano. I don't know if I still can, but
I'm saying this as someone who
Hmm.
played piano for 10 years.
no, definitely.
You do lose
No,
your
like,
dexterity.
Yeah,
if
I
you don't play
imagine
it
you'd
for a long
lose the
time.
ability to two-hand the bad boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This- I did like 5 or 6 years of piano in like middle school,
Mhm.
like elementary, middle school, and yeah, it's like once you learn how to read sheet music, right? It's kind of hard to forget how to. I fucking forgot all of it now. I can't do anything.
I get angry at myself when I think about singing because I haven't made a songy yet, and I want to.
You should just do it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so.
Recently I've been trying to learn more like motion graphic stuff because I don't like asking people to do stuff for me.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Except I do. I
one
learned to
of-
swallow it pretty quick.
It's one of the only reasons why I haven't commissioned anyone for anything.
Hmm.
It's because I'm just like, I think I could just learn it on by myself.
Yeah. I think I'm very similar unless it's something like art where I'm just like,
Mm.
don't really want to start learning it, don't really have the time, have money. I would love to I do 2 IRL jobs.
Mhm.
And I do them like I think there's like 1 or 2 days off usually, 3 if I'm lucky, but those days are voice acting and streamy days as well, so it's not technically a day off, but whatever. I would love to take one of those jobs out back and destroy it eventually. And then I feel like I'd have more time for the cool stuff. The singing. I think I got streaming pretty down now. So like I think the second year of Anno streaming was way better. And then I slide into down bad voice acting because it just presented itself and I went, sure. So now I'm thinking like, okay, maybe this year, maybe we break out the singing finally, Anno.
You can always like do like a duet, sing with
That's
do it with
kind
someone
of
else.
what I was gonna do with with one of my big cool VTuber friends. Chat, you know her. It's Mia, Walking Dead woman. Like every time I bring it up, she like she goes like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But hopefully that's kind of on its way. I think I kind of need someone to run me through the process, and then after that, I am so independent. So I'm thinking it's
you
like
dipped
that.
your toes in the water, and now you kind of get it.
And then I go, I like rocket into the water like Superman. It's like with looking for auditions for like games or things to be a part of. I'm like, once I get one, it probably gets easier to get the rest.
That's with like that's the case with like social media followings as well, right?
Yeah.
Because like the first 1,000, the first 2,000, the first 10,000 is the hardest.
I had a good sip of water. That felt quite nice. Hua?
No. Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, it's something. Yeah, no, something broke for a second. I don't know what that
Sorry,
was.
my PC crash. It does that.
Oh.
It does that.
I talked to Anna about this off of this call. But like I actually bought like the Kakyoin Egg Dojin before I watched JoJo's.
Yeah,
So-
you did
That's so
say
funny.
that. Yeah.
So
so
I had
funny.
that. It's framed in my room.
I want them all so bad. I want more bookshelves. I don't have the space for it because I live in like a Harry Potter little house. There's like not a lot of room, but I would love more shelves for like for example, I collect books. I have a few figures that I think are cool. I have like 7 Fumos.
You can get like a glass those like glass case.
Yeah, I would love every JoJo volume. So far, the only thing I have is I have both thus spoke Kishibe Rohan things. And that's it really. Which is cool, because especially since I haven't actually read them yet. Some mangas I want, some I love. Like Durarara, because I'm missing. I'm gonna get heated if I start talking about this. For some reason, there are 13 volumes of Durarara. Most of them are pretty easy to get. The eighth one is a actual world treasure that you cannot find. I've been trying for years. I can't find it to save my life.
Yeah. Like, is Durarara even still in print?
I don't think it is.
Is it that old?
Check. It's pretty old.
Pretty old, yeah.
Huh.
I'm looking it up right now.
Because I was like, I really love this series. Like, I kind of want to, like, the anime's great, but I kind of stopped the anime because I was like, I want to read it. I want to read the book, and there's some changes. There's not a lot so far, but there are some interesting changes that I like. I just can't
You're
find
looking
it.
for the first volume?
I'm looking for the 8th volume.
The 8th volume.
8 is the hard one. I have all the others. One of them is kind of messed up because one of them, I guess, used to belong to like a school or something because it has like the school, like it has like a plastic
The
wrap
school
of the
stamp.
school on the binder.
Oh my god. To buy used on like Amazon is $290.
What? Well, for volume 8?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
Anyone want to give me $200, chat? I've never even seen them on, like, the fact that you even gave me a number is amazing. When I check, and I used to check like almost every week for like 2 years, every time I would check they'd just go, "Stump me, dog." I don't know where they are.
God.
So I just gave up and I moved on to like Hellsing because I love Hellsing.
Yeah, no, I don't know if this is like legit, but according to Amazon, I can link this right now. It's like 297 USD, I guess. But it's like a used one.
Did they just not print a bunch? Why is it just that volume in particular?
I think they only did like a few batches is the issue.
Yeah, but like, why only that volume though?
I don't know. I've never been able to
What
figure
even
out.
happens then? In that, I never like.
I don't
watched it a
know.
long time ago.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, you know if you. If you
Oh
can,
my gosh, yeah, you're right.
your hands on a
Yeah,
volume,
I
no?
used to check this all the time. It never had a paperback. Now it does. That's amazing. That's $300 for me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What do you mean you
Do
did
you
it?
care if it's like in English or Japanese?
I mean,
I imagine
I'd like it in English to read it.
that's fair. I was just gonna be like, if I happen to find one in Japanese, I'll send it your way.
I mean, if I put it there, I'd be like, I'd look at it every day and be like, you're so fake. You're not like the others. I had a very,
Twice a week.
oh my gosh, on like a Tuesday or something, I did my normal like collabby where me and a friend have been going through Resident Evil, and like that's been fun. And then afterwards, one of my IRL friends, me and her, we had an idea where we were like, oh, Call of Duty games are like $20 right now. They never go on sale. We should jump on this. So we got like Black Ops 2 or something, and we're like, what if we do like the zombies mode for a stream? That's a cute idea. And I booted up, and everyone in chat goes, bro, what is up with your mic? And I'm looking at it, and it's horrible all of a sudden. Like, you can hear like my fan and stuff. You can probably hear someone down the street. Like, it's super loud and sensitive all of a sudden. I'm like, what is going on here? And I was like nervous that I was like, the stream might be like, might have to just call it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna see what happens. If I'm not back in like 15 minutes, stream's probably over. So I'm trying to tweak it, and I call up my friend to be like, hey, like, we got a problem. And she starts talking, and she's messed up too, but in the reverse, because all she's saying is like, like it's just like sounds, and I'm like, what is going on? And I'm starting to panic, and I go, I have one idea. I go to Call of Duty, I press Alt F4, everything goes back to normal, and they're still like they were still like really quiet, and I was like, hey, can you do me a favor and Alt F4 your game? Immediately back to normal. So I boot it up again, and this time I have stream on, and I go into the sound settings. Somehow, I've never seen this before, but Call of Duty takes your mic settings away from you.
What?
And you have to like tweak it manually in their game thing, and it's just a slider. Like, there's no actual tweaking, you're just going up and down.
Fascinating.
And I was like, I've never seen this before. And then we couldn't get into the online because you had to like change your router to make the online work, and we were like, this sucks. Like, I'm done. We're like, we're done.
Fuck that.
This is a piece of garbage. I refunded it. I got $30 in my Steam thing now. I'm happy. I'll spend that on better stuff.
Obviously, I rigged and did the art for Q. So if you were looking for someone to rig stuff, Q would probably have been like, ahaha,
I
Vic.
know a guy.
I know a guy. I always worry that my prices are too high, but I've stopped caring over the years. Now I'm like, I'll just
You
raise it.
told
Fuck.
me earlier that I need to make them higher, and you're gonna be like,
I know.
Oh, maybe mine are too high. Oh.
No, yeah, but I mean, like, in the past, I used to worry about them being too high. Now I don't really give a shit. I've gotten to a point where I'm just like, yeah, this takes me this long, so I might as well charge this much so I can get my money's worth out of it. But, like, I don't, hold up, I want to see if I have my notes still for, like, how much my commissions were. Because I feel like they were, I think I don't have it anymore. But, like, I think my like full body rigging used to just be like maybe 600, maybe 500, and like every time I do a commission, I think I raised it by like 100.
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Because then you realize how much work it is and how much.
Yeah, like after
Yeah.
each rig, I learn something new, and I'm just like, I think I can raise it by 100 more.
Yeah.
And then I learn something new again. I'm like, I think I could raise it by like another 100.
Yeah.
But I think right now I'm kind of satisfied with where my prices are at, because I'm like, it's more than I would make in a part-time job, but a little bit less than I would make if I was working in like the animation industry. And I'm okay with that, especially because I'm not really paying for anything right now. I'm kind of just freeloading at home at the moment. That post grad life, of just freeloading a little bit. I'm at a point now where I'm just kind of like, yeah, commissions, art and rigging. But rigging is fun. Yeah.
Really, is it?
Rigging is fun.
That makes... Okay, yeah. I trust that you
it.
enjoy it and are good at it.
It's a little painful, but you know.
It seems so
Yeah,
rough.
I don't know. It's I don't know.
I've seen people. I have really close friends that they'll start it and be like 3 months in, and they'll be like, I think I know how to do a face now. And that's
Yeah.
It looks.
My
You're the first person
model-
to actually show me what it looks like. You showed me my model. It looked like acupuncture.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, with the nets and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I select your whole model and it's like, oh god.
No, like, rigging person before that showed me anything.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah, I
maybe
like showing people the process because it's funny.
yeah.
I like
That
that.
may be just because like you guys are more friendly, right? If it was more of a professional relationship, you'd be like, okay, I don't see any reason to show you
I
this.
pretty quickly make it
No,
friendly.
I would do it to anyone.
Okay. Okay.
I was rigging. She goes by, I think, Cosmic Paws now. I don't remember her full username. She's like a Star Fox girl, but she used to be like
Star Fox.
before her multiple rebrands. She used to go by she was like a Strawberry Dragon, Hanako. I remember. That was technically supposed to be kind of like we do have kind of a professional relationship where I don't really talk to her outside of when I'm rigging her. But I just like sending photos of just like, haha, I'm working on it right now, and it's like the cursed image of like the full selection of all of the little points.
Yeah,
I just think it's funny.
the fear.
I think at being while still being professional, you can still be a little bit silly. Like,
Of course.
I'm a silly
yeah, of
guy.
Yeah, you
course.
put a little bit of the charm in there. Makes you endearing.
Yeah.
Or weird to the
Makes
person.
me endearing. Makes you want to come back and like
And
commission
you
me again.
spend more money. It worked on me.
I just have fun with it.
As you should.
You should. I don't know. You can like turn something, you have fun while you're like working at the same time. That's like a really important skill,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't still be doing art if I wasn't able to do that, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Oh yeah. I get it.
I am unfortunately a little bit of a perfectionist. Yippee. Sometimes I'll just like randomly update a rig and just be like, hey, I updated your rig.
It's like the
I'm
best
not
thing
asking
ever.
for more payment.
Having that kind of like relationship with clients it's pretty cool, I think. I usually don't enjoy doing commissions.
Yeah, commissions are hard because you never know if they're being like honest with you. I'm showing this to them and they're saying they like it, but what if they don't?
I never do that. I'll start with I like it. If there's a but at the end, then there's a but. I'll be like, I like
Yeah,
it.
you're pretty
but-
upfront with it.
What is this?
Like art's really like fun for me, right? Like, and
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
doing it since I was a kid. Like having to do commissions and stuff. I don't know. It just annoys me in a way that normal
Yeah.
customer service doesn't.
One thing I know that for some people is like they start doing art stuff for money and then they realize very quickly that they hate it.
Mm.
I don't know how to explain that feeling, but like I totally understand what you're talking about. Like that was a big fear of mine because I'm like, what if I go to school and then it turns out I hate the idea of working under someone else? You're not going to be the director. So like you get the finished storyboards and then if the director wants corrections, you would be making those corrections on already existing boards. Some people would hate that.
I think I had
Like,
something similar with that, with like voice direction, but like art director, as you said, or
Yeah.
like a voice one. If you got someone that's actually like wanting this to be good, then you usually tend to mesh together and make something
Yeah.
good.
But it's really cool to like, you know, like the accessibility of internet and whatnot. Like there's like
Yeah.
there's kids that are like 14, 15, like taking their first commission ever, right? Like on DeviantArt
Yeah.
or whatever. I think it's really great to learn the lesson that you hate that kind of work at that
Oh,
age
yeah.
rather than like when you're 26.
Like I was already considering doing art professionally, but it was like I didn't consider this possibility
Mhm.
of hating
Mhm.
working in art because I was just
Mhm.
like, oh, I've been doing this, I've been aiming for this since I was like 12 or like 11 or something.
I feel that
I didn't even
so
think about
hard.
the chance
I've
that
been
I would
I've
hate
been
it.
aiming at doing this stuff for years to the point where I just
Mm.
bought a model. Didn't even because people were like, "Oh, you should do the PNG." I went, "Nah, weak."
That was like a huge tangent for me to just be like, yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
No. I think it's like cool to talk about your life experiences and stuff. It's pretty similar, yeah. Like, you know, it's like you want to keep doing art as a hobby, right? And you don't want to spoil
Yeah.
that for yourself. So, you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm really jealous about like how art schools will have a lot of like tabling events like
Yeah.
that, right? I one
Yeah.
of my friends goes to Sheridan and like
Oh,
I that was really enthusiastic.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
thank you. That was really enthusiastic. I really love that.
So
You
that
slaying.
Yeah, and they had like a big artist alley event where like students could sign up, and I went after like it was after my school day, so I went with a couple of friends, and it was like really cool to see all the students work, all the stuff they worked on, and like there's like little 3D projects, there's like obviously prints, keychains, everything. It's really cool.
And like also like during these events you'll also have like tables specifically for the thesis projects of that year. Because the way that our thesis projects work is that we are required to work in teams. So like we would group up, like people would go to one person who wants to direct something. It gets approved by professors, and then we work on that for the whole year. The largest group, God, they were like insane for this, but they were kind of like maybe 18 of our senior class. But we don't have a lot of people in our class, so it was like at least half of each department, which was really funny, but really cool to see.
Yeah.
Things that are
I
interesting.
just like seeing
It's really
people's art.
interesting.
If there's one thing we've
The-
learned from these 3 hours, it's that there's a lot of things that are interesting.
It's fun making stuff for something that's kind of niche, because then when you do find that one person who would enjoy it, it's like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna add that like a sadder opposite end to that would be when I went to a con with my friends like last year, and this person like
Oh, no.
their entire table was dedicated to this property, and she saw me pointing at it, and she was like, "Oh, do you recognize my favorite anime?" And she talked about it for like 2 minutes, and I realized we got it wrong. It wasn't even the thing we thought it was.
Oh
because,
man.
because the whole booth was dedicated to her favorite show, and I felt really bad.
Aw. That's
yeah,
passion
yeah.
versus the meta, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks.
You rolled
Yeah.
up with some Gokus and Mikus, it would have been over.
It would have been, yeah.
It would have been. I
Some
think
Genshin shit.
I remember seeing on Twitter like the discussion. I think it was after Anime Expo. 'Cause Anime Expo Artist Alley was kind of a mess this year, from my understanding.
Mhm.
Cool.
I think there was a discussion specifically about Comiket versus like how the experience as being an artist selling at Comiket versus
I think I've seen that.
yeah
Like,
versus
they
like
sold a
here
lot
in
more
the
original work
States.
in Comic
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at Comiket, people are more interested in like really looking at your stuff and being like, "Oh, this is an interesting original property. I'm gonna buy this, even though I've never seen this thing before." Versus like here, where it's like, if I don't recognize it, I'm not going to buy it, unless it's like really cool art or whatever. I just found that kind of interesting, because I'm just like, man, I don't know the
Man.
reason for it, and I'm sure there is a reason for it, but I'm not well equipped enough to really think too hard about it.
Well, I think it like has to do with the premise.
Yeah.
Here in the city in Toronto, there's like a more like a festival kind of thing.
Yeah,
And 99% of like the booths there are people selling their original work, and there are a lot of
Yeah.
people like buying original stuff.
Hmm.
So maybe just like how Anime Expo is
Yeah.
presented, like what kind of crowd
People
like,
are there for the
what
anime
they
stuff.
yeah. At the comic market I went to, most of the fans were like a little older, and there was a lot more like people who like there's panels about like how to get like your comic published, or like to find like a publisher.
Okay.
People who are like more into like art rather than just
Yeah.
anime. Yeah.
In LA, there's the upcoming convention for like animation industry people is Lightbox, and
Oh,
usually
yeah.
they have artist alleys where like everyone's gonna be selling original work there. Like
Mhm.
you're not gonna catch someone selling like Genshin Impact girl number 5.
Nah.
And like yeah, definitely premise is a part of it, but I'm just like I would really like to see though like just a lot of just people trying to sell their dojins at like
That's
Right.
That's,
Expo, like,
that's
original
balling.
dojins.
Right. So, Anno, sorry, you said something earlier and I didn't quite hear.
Did I say something?
Oh,
I was so I'm so like you guys are talking about like the artist alleys and stuff like that, and I'm like I think I'm officially out of my playing field.
Listen,
I'm like
you
I'm
got-
gonna let
yeah,
them
I'm
go.
sorry.
Yeah,
Video
no,
games.
no, it's fine though, because I'm sitting here like these guys. I'm like these guys hear me talk every other day ever. Like I can, Ano can shut up for a day. In the 3-hour stream, yeah, Ano can shush for like 10 minutes.
We've
Yeah.
been yapping for 3
It's
hours.
been yapping.
pretty
Yeah.
yappy. And now I kind of
Um,
want to make this a video. I kind of want to throw this to one of my editor people and be like, make this content. That could definitely happen.
After I
The
finish
door-
another model. After we finish another model.
Yes.
Yeah, after another model, like do like a model kind of
You may
retrospective almost.
only show up when you make a new model for me, and that's it.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
can't
kidding.
talk to him otherwise.
But
Uh,
I'm thinking
Mhm.
of maybe calling it.
yeah,
We
it's
have
like
been
2. It's
talking
2
for, like,
a.m.
3 hours.
Yeah, because I'm starting.
Yeah,
I'm going like.
Yeah, it's
hmm.
yeah.
I guess is there anything else you guys want to say about anything about the working with or working on Ano and or the putting up with?
We should have done
I think
the thing
it's
mentioned earlier,
more
where like we
fun.
just take turns complimenting you, like one after the other.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What an
Bet you would.
idea.
But yeah, do you have any closing thoughts on Ano? Can't
I've
live
always
with him,
wondered
can't
about
live
your
without him.
ears.
And you'll keep wondering. Next question.
I'll keep on.
I can send you the assets for years, and then Nick can put them on.
I think it's been bothering me because
Uh.
the way I've been doing the hair physics is like, oh, but it exposes the sides of his head, and I want to hide the sides of his head. 'cause
I'll be like a walking scrapbook for you, you know? Like, you know, you'll look at Model 1 and then you'll look at, like, Model 10 or something.
But I don't know. I've had a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun rigging you, Ano, because like
Yay.
you're kind of also one of my guinea pigs.
Yay.
When
I like
when I wanna
that.
try
That
something
means
new-
that means I'm at the forefront of tech. I like that.
You've commissioned me often enough where I'm like, okay, time to learn something new.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe I'll test it on Ano before I do it on myself.
Oh. I'm always afraid that like I'm gonna have to come up with a crazier design each time, but I like
don't
the
think you
ones
do.
that have been worked on so far.
There will be more Ano.
Yay.
There is Ano in the works.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, we've been-
any last Oh.
I will put. I'm telling you right now, this will be a VOD. Might even be like a YouTube video on the main one. Your things will be
Okay.
in there.
You can, if you want my main Twitter account where I post just non VTuber related stuff, that's Tinikoiz. If you want VTuber related stuff, except I'll be wildly more inactive, that's Tinikuns. But the only place where I post like any rigs and commission related stuff. So
Anyway, yes, we're done.